Well, g'day big bikers. Just going for a ride. So I started this morning in a tunnel, ran up the highway. I'm about 100 kilometres away from home, and I've got about 200 kilometres to go before I hit the dirt. I'm actually just going to slab it out as much as I can today before I hit the dirt. But meeting up with a group of guys that are coming up from interstate. We're going to do some camping for a couple of days, but a couple of those guys are BBA subscribers as well, so looking forward to catching up with those fellas at the Moscow Moto machine. is fully packed. So that's it. That's the bike. She's loaded, fully ready to go. You know, Confucius once said that the journey of 1,000 miles begins with the single twist of the throttle. Let's go.
Who doesn't love the sound of that bike? I mean, you're hearing it through the microphone of the helmet. I must admit, it is a little bit obnoxiously loud. Suits the owner.
Lost all of your dreams, the night is harder. My shadows, they follow you. My shadows, they follow you in the darkness.
Grids I just need to be aware of. Ooh, timber one. Yeah, I think it's on the right road, I think. Yeah, that's really loose. And freshly graded loose. Oh dear. Might go around corners. I probably should be riding it a bit harder than I am, but I'm fully loaded. And yeah, so this is exactly the reason that I got the WR450, is just to make sure that when I'm out in the desert, I'm not just fighting the big girl all day. That's kind of where you'd end up, really. It's just fighting it all day, you just be exhausted. So at least on the WR450, it's a lot lighter and not so much work. I'll be happy to get out of this stuff soon. It's getting really soft.
And I'm just looking out over here.
Just where are the thorns? These the spikes on those little bushes there would just go straight through my tyre. You know, I didn't bring the drone this time because I thought there's not going to be much to see, and even if I did bring it kind of here, there wouldn't be much to see. But look at that. That's where the photo that is. So it does sink into the mud. Yeah, it's going to sink into the mud. Oh. Come on, Doc. Much more seat. It's a bit dramatic, isn't it? Gee, I'm glad I missed those trucks. There's a couple of trucks that just come down the road there and then gone up. Let's see if I can find one of these trees to show you the size of the thorns on them. Yeah, look. Look at that. Ow! You're kidding me. So yeah, I'll steer clear of them. I don't want one of those through the bike. That's just about to go. That stick broke. Yeah, just check for traffic.
I'll be watching the tyre pressure monitor very closely.
Well, that has completely stuffed up my day so far. I don't know if you can see that. I'll get as close as I can. We're at Burren Junction and there's no fuel here. The map says there's fuel. There's no. Well, there's diesel only. You know, I didn't bring my bladder because I thought there'd be plenty of fuel out there. I won't need it. So that has completely stuffed up my plans. And I've just found out there's no fuel in the Pilliga region, like at Pilliga itself, which is where I was headed. So I'm going to have to take a big frickin' detour up to Walgett and then down to down to Corinda, which I didn't really want to have to do. I'd better get a hustle on, otherwise I'm going to miss the other guys. Damn shame. Now, if I had a BMW GSA, I wouldn't have that worry. Oh dear. You know, I nearly bought a bladder. I thought, no, I probably won't need it because there'll be plenty of fuel out country New South Wales where I'm going. There's diesel only here, and the guy just offered me a few litres of fuel, which is fantastic. But you know, I can get fuel from a servo, so inconvenient, but not tragic. So, but anyway, there's certainly good lesson for me for next time. I probably should have bought my bladder. I'd put another 10 litres of fuel in, and I'd even get all the way through to Corinda. But anyway, that's adventure riding, right? Bum, bum, bum. Corinda. There's a bit of a special treat for you here at Corinda. I won't spoil the surprise. Very, very famous pub, this one. Oh, don't look at that sign. That's a bit of a clue, bit of a giveaway. Oh, I've got to find this truck stop with the fuel. All right, I'll give you the update after I get some fuel. Just topped up with fuel. We'll go and show you this pub. Very famous. Even all you international guys will know this pub. Now, this pub is the Corinda Hotel, and it's where David Bowie shot the video to the soundtrack Let's Dance. Seriously, I'll drop that in there. But that was in this pub. Let's go and have a look. Time for a beer. Sorry, mate. Oh, yeah, I think we're all going to stop and have lunch here. All the boys are finally rolling in, getting fuel. Must be a support vehicle. They're all travelling fairly light, so maybe I didn't read the information. Well, Mrs. Jones is fairly heavily burdened. They're all travelling pretty light, so. So that's it, the Corinda Hotel. Let's dance. For some strange reason, that's the place that, oh, he chose to make that video clip. And the boys are here. Collection of motorcycles. The V-Strom has apparently blown a starter relay. The old 1150 GS, stain tune pipe on it. I don't know what's going on there.
So I noticed when they all turned up, they're all travelling with no gear, and it turns out there's a support vehicle, so I mean, I'll keep all my stuff on anyway. Closed when wet. There's new roads for me. Let's watch this in terms of dust. Right, he's up the old 1150, 150 kilometres an hour. He's just disappeared off into the distance.
I'll go back. Gotta go back that way. Glengarry Hilton. That's the start of day 3. Boys are packing up, just had brekkie. A few of them camped around the place. A couple of us stayed in the dongers over there. Just finished having brekkie. Hit the road. Brave man. So this is one of the later model WRs. Goes like stink. It's freaking unbelievable. I was very impressed. So this is Peter, the tour leader.
G'day guys.
Good morning. Not too smooth,
Chef.
mate. Not too smooth.
Chef, coordinator, get everyone out of better upper
Pete's also
slender.
very funny story. Pete and I kind of crossed paths a couple of years ago, didn't we?
We did.
Online, and
did.
you gave me some advice about a track.
Good
on
advice.
That,
Best track you've ever ridden.
on that trip to Tassie, I think I was doing.
Yeah.
And he sent me down this god awful track. No, it wasn't too bad. It was a nice shortcut. Not much of a river to talk about at the time. I don't think there was much there.
Probably too busy living on the road. Couldn't see the river.
And those foot deep gravel.
If you're ever in Condobolin, it's a road to take.
Yeah, the Condo River Road. She's a cracker actually. I think we've got some footage there I'll put in here.
We're going to take a turn off up here. I posted some stuff on Facebook last night on the Australian Adventure Bike Facebook group just about the trip. And one of the guys said, "Hey, I live in Condobolin, you know, which way are you heading tomorrow?" And I told him, he said, "No, don't go that way, go the river road. The river road's much better. The dirt road along the river, obviously." I think that's the way I was going to be going. And then he's told me to come this way. And
this is day 3 for you guys as well? Day 3 or day 2? Day 3, 4 maybe. 4 for you guys.
No, it's day 2.
Day.
We did, what, 500 yesterday? Just over 500?
Yep.
Yeah, a little one today. I think we only got about 300.
Yeah. It's
Billy,
kind of,
we'll stop at Lightning Ridge.
yep.
Have a bit of a look.
Have some
See around the ridge.
Some brekkie. She's pretty rough. So all this stuff is all diggings from the opal miners, and she's a pretty rough kind of shanty town out here. We're at a place called Garwin, staying at the Glengarry Hilton over there. But this is just all tailings from opal mines, and this is the campground. Like seriously. They actually did warn us when they told us to come in here. They said don't go too far out there because there's open mines and holes everywhere. So, but the Glengarry Hilton is pretty rough. This is an opal mining town, so you know these guys make a living out of scratching in the dirt. So they party hard. So start of day 3 for me, day 2 for those guys. So it's got to take it easy till we get the bike warmed up properly, and I mean the suspension as well, because you start out on roads like this in the morning and it just seems really rough, but what's happening is the oil's cold in the forks, so you just got to wait for the suspension to heat up before it can actually start doing what it's supposed to be doing. Had a little bit of rain here. There's sunlight on the grass. So I made a decision that I was going to head north from here. These guys are going to spend a little bit of time looking around Lightning Ridge. Which is good. I I'm actually going to, just having a look at the route planned for today and where they're going, is basically I'm covering a lot of ground that I've done before. I actually just did it yesterday, and then it's still going to put me a long way south from where I am, so I've decided I'm going to head north and go check out some country that I hadn't seen previously. And the whole point of coming to see these guys is to meet them, say good day.
So I'm gonna start heading a little bit north and exploring some country that I've not been on before, and go from there. So I've got everything I need for a couple of nights in the bush, which will be good. I might do a camp out somewhere tonight and make a run home tomorrow. This is the line that makes an adventure rider.
Lost all of your dreams, the night is harder. My shadows, they follow you. My shadows, they follow you in the darkness.
Very nice. Alright, we're staying here. Ah, look at that. That's got big bike adventures all over it, that one. Not completely level, but I just... That looks good enough to me. Watching the Caveman TV. Had my dinner. Washed up, tidied up, sitting down, having a little whiskey for a turn in for the night. It's a good day riding. All right, over and out.